up, guys? DeadSect X rated or DeadSect XK, whichever one you prefer to call me. I'm good with that. Anyway, today is going to be I want to say it's a theory video today. So it's going to be something new, something a little out of the ordinary, even for me. So today we're going to talk about The Last of Us 2. Now, The Last of Us 2 is, well, it was just revealed. Well, not just revealed back in PlayStation Experience in 2016, and like that shit was like, I could feel the darkest tone in a video game from that shit, and I can tell you right now I was very impressed. But that's not today's theory. Today's theory is, what is Ellie's motivation in Last of Us 2? Now, honest to God, since Last of Us 2 was based off love, according to Neil Druckman, game director for the Last of Us series, he stated that Last of Us Part 2 would be based off of hatred. So what is the motivation here for Ellie when it comes to The Last of Us 2? Now, I can sit here and really say exactly why. So my theory is this. According to a lot of information based off of Ellie's backstory and how her life events led up to her meeting Joel or anything like that, she's met with a lot of tragedy in her life, and because of her own beliefs that she wants to, journey out to the open world and be, able to sit there and look at the world outside, from the outside instead of inside a glass. Like, Ellie's origin story starts at her being orphaned at a young age and being raised in a boarding school that was being protected by the military. And then she meets her friend Riley after almost a year. They hang out again, and they kiss, and then Riley dies. So sad. So there's actually a pretty big, those two characters are actually a pretty big motivation for Ellie, I would personally think. Like, for the fact that she, as far as it's known right now, they've never actually clarified if Ellie actually had a relationship with her mother or not. But what I will say is simply this. With the death of her mother and the death of her best friend literally coming from the fact that they were both fireflies and they died because of her, and even though Riley's death was indirectly caused, and somehow she managed to fight off the infection and just somehow managed to walk around with that infection for years upon years, and is now 18 years old in the game. So I would just leave it like this. What I really think about Ellie's motivation and how far she'll go to kill every Firefly or the main leader of the Fireflies in Last of Us 2, I feel like there's going to be a line crossed that will probably take her to the edge, that's going to make her really make a decision if killing is the right idea to go through. Now, what that line is exactly, I believe that at some point in the game when Ellie comes to a point in time where her and Joel find the leader of the Fireflies, the founder of the Fireflies or whatever, and tells and corners him and puts a gun to his head and is ready to pull the trigger. Ellie is going to probably sit there and stare at him a good minute, give him a speech about how you took everything from me, blah blah blah. And then basically Joel's going to burst through the door, tell Ellie that we got infected coming, we don't have time for this, that, and the third. And Ellie's not going to want to go away, talking about, I'm not going until this son of a bitch is dead, this, that, and the third. And then Joel's going to jump in the middle of it, and then Ellie's going to put the gun to Joel and tell him, get out of the way or I'll shoot you too. And then Joel's going to give her a speech about how this is not what you are, you're not like this, and some other shit that's going to probably either lead to a choice. I mean, I would honestly sit here and say that if there is a choice in the matter for The Last of Us 2, I would definitely choose to shoot the guy. Because if it does go down like I'm saying it is, I don't think it will, but I'm just saying it's a theory video. But if it does go down the way I think it will, I'll be perfectly content with that. because of the simple fact that Ellie's hatred is gone into overdrive. She lost Riley because she was bitten and she became infected. You know, she lost her mother to the Fireflies. Riley's dead because of the Fireflies. Marlene, who was the closest thing that she actually had to information-wise, is dead. So pretty much all the main characters that were circled around her are all dead. And however she goes about, you know, whoever the main antagonist is of Last of Us 2, whether they bring back Joel's brother or whatever the fuck they say, or some other shit like that, I don't honestly know. But I'm willing to also put up that if it does turn out that Ellie does go that far, and she does, you know, go so far to end up killing, you know, somebody who raised her and stood by her for such a long time, or if anything, if Ellie's hatred does come up to the point of where, you know, she's gonna want to be on her own. She tells Joel, "I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. I need to find my own way." And then the two part ways, and then it's a sad ending from that point forward. So anyway, what do you guys think? What do you think is Ellie's true motivation for wanting revenge on every Firefly? Do you think it's my theory when she goes ahead and wants every Firefly dead because of what happened to her mother? Or do you think she's going to get revenge on the Fireflies because of what happened to Riley? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.